Attractive guy, bad personality. Unattractive guy, great personality.
I'll take the unattractive one, no personality. I'm old. I don't need sex no more like that.
Go ahead.
I like the personality for sure.
The latter option. Same personality. I lucked out though. He's very attractive.
Can I
With a
ask
great
why I'm the
personality.
only one who got questioned about that?
About what?
Why I would date a shorter guy, or why
Ask
I
all of
wouldn't
us.
date a shorter guy? Like, why am I the only one getting interrogated about the questions we're asking?
You've invoked
They're
the
picking
wrath
on
of
you.
the...
No, like genuinely though, like that's. But then you guys say that I get mad. Like
The
y'all are
commenters-
picking on me, and then you wonder why I get
What was
defensive.
asked that was actually offensive?
So people just want a reaction.
Shut up.
If you give them a reaction, then
No, you shut
No,
up.
you
Answer
shut
the
up.
Question. What?
You
what,
shut up.
What
Like,
was
I
what was
didn't
asked
ask
that
you
was?
God, here we go.
I asked Brian a question. I didn't ask you
God.
shit.
Stop spurging and just answer.
No,
What
I
was
can say
asked that was
whatever
actually
the fuck I
offensive?
it's all good.
Oh, wait. Matthew, hey,
It's
Andrew and
actually
Brian.
crazy.
I appreciate what you guys do. Also new to the channel, Miss Pink Sweater. You say they are douches, but they make you money by watching your degenerate content.
Who? Oh, guys.
Yeah,
I mean,
that doesn't make them not douchebags.
Good times.
So
And
why
let's be real.
Why am
'cause
I not like?
Why are you not what?
You guys are so heavy, like
Thank you,
picking on
Matthew.
me, but like I try to leave, and you guys are like, "Oh no, come back, come back." If I leave, what are you guys gonna
It's because
have?
you're
To
in-
fucking
Yeah, because you're having a tantrum.
Exactly.
You're having
What
a tantrum.
What kind of entertainment are you guys gonna get if I leave? That's why you guys keep me around. Like that's actually embarrassing. You guys keep me around to pick on me, and then you get mad when I get fucking pissed.
No, it's called-
actually fucking disrespectful as fuck.
Babe.
You're losing it,
Well,
bro.
who's that more
You're
embarrassing?
fucking,
am.
you're
Who picks
tilted, bro.
around?
Chill the
I
fuck
am,
out.
because it's
Babe.
bull.
Babe, it's mostly
No.
the comments and
You're
then they
t-
Honestly, it's fine. I don't care. But like, if you guys are gonna
I
ask
get
a
it.
question and you guys are gonna pick on me, like, interrogate them, bro. Like, I don't know why it's just me. Yeah, I'm giving you a reaction, but like, leave me the
Damn.
f- alone.
You're kind of masculine as right now, dude.
Yeah, leave me
Chill
the
out.
hell alone, bro. Like,
Chill
y'all
out.
interrogating me so heavy.
I don't understand what was asked that was offensive though. About
No, we went around the table. I got interrogated about the question for like 5 minutes. We go around the table. No one else get asked a second question about this fucking question. It's kind of like,
Well, you
y'all,
don't know
y'all
that.
find
We
it
didn't
funny
go
to fucking pick
around
on
and
me.
get
That's the fucking part that I'm like, that's just
Nobody's
disrespectful.
picking on you, bro.
It's the commenters. It's mostly the commenters, and then they read
Okay.
it, and then
No, y'all are just.
and then they're men, like
y'all are just.
and they're Christians, right? Y'all are Christian men,
Is this 304
He is,
rage?
right? Are you
Is
guys
that what this
Christian men?
looks like?
right? They're not. They bring Christians on, so I just thought someone's a Christian here, right? Between you or you, the two men. Who's a Christian?
Andrew is.
Because we bring
That's
the
why it's
debates
like
on
that.
like
That's
the
Whoa, pretty
OnlyFans and the
much
Christians.
not
so-
engaging. She's basically the only one speaking, as you or Andrew would say to your guests. Be better and have respect when you speak to other people. I don't know if it's. I think this is directed at me and Andrew. Okay, cool. I guess.
Thank you.
I think you kind of started.
I think I've been carrying this
Bender
whole
the
fucking
offender donated
conversation.
She had a
$100.
fit first, but
For
like
a woman who self-proclaimed
like,
she
she's
was
a
a
young woman,
princess,
and-
you sure do have the mouth of a lowly peasant with no class whatsoever.
Womp womp.
Yeah, you said you were a princess. You're like, I don't know. It's
Yeah, until,
it's like court jester.
until I'm disrespected. I
Court
already
jester.
said that.
at
there's
best.
different types of princesses.
Yeah, if you
just to be real.
disrespect me, I already told you, bro. It's all f***ing bets out the window. I don't play that.
You
I
have to
feel
stand up
like
for yourself.
I'm
You
rubbed
don't play that shit?
If I'm rubbed the wrong way and you're disrespecting me and you think it's
Rubbed the
funny,
wrong
like
way.
yeah, obviously I'm gonna get pissed. I'm not gonna speak like a princess. Like y'all got me bent. It's not even funny.
Bent?
Yeah, bent, Brian.
Bent?
Brian.
You're bent.
Bro,
I'm
why
29,
you-
so I don't know what
why
that
you
means, but I think you're
looking at
bent in
me
half.
like that.
Like,
Why am
You
I
want
freaking?
to me? What?
Can I go?
Ugh, dude.
Why am I?
you were
here?
freaking out.
Why you even? Did you call me dog?
I did.
You call me dog?
Go layer
You call me dog?
under
I
your-
did.
You call me dog?
Dog. Yeah. Why am I here, bro?
Debates get heated.
Is that like a philosophical question? Why am I even? Why are we here? Is that what's the point of life? You good? You okay? Do you want a snack?
Smoke?
Can we get some of her applesauce? Can we get her a little
I
applesauce?
thought you said
I think she's
do you want
her
to
blood
smoke?
sugar's a little bit maybe a little applesauce. No, it's okay. Never mind. It's okay. Never mind. She's good. Why are you looking at me that way, bro? Stop. You're. Oh.
Remember when that nice lady made the whatever cookies? Do you still have any of those whatever cookies and spike the blood sugar a little bit?
Oh, you mean Madison?
No. That nice lady who baked the whatever cookies that had the whatever logo on
yeah,
them.
those are gone, unfortunately.
Oh, that's too bad.
Unfortunately, well, Leslie, you okay?
I'm fine.
You doing okay?
I told you I'm just done, bro.
Do you want a little? You want to take a nap?
We're about to get stoned.
Can you guys? Somebody get her. Maybe you want the blanket. You want to take a little nap under the table?
You know, realistically, it's 1 o'clock where I'm from. Just to be real. I know you said people complain about
Hey, it doesn't-
flying. I'm complaining about the time change and flying.
Do you want
Both.
to take a little nap?
Do you have questions for anyone else besides me, or am I gonna carry this whole show, bruh?
You're not really.
Yeah, I feel like
I
you haven't
really
asked that
am,
many
though.
questions to like a few people here, and then like the OnlyFans girls, like we're getting a little
Yeah, like,
targeted.
we're getting
which all the
fucking just
commenters they love
the
coming for
absolute
the
wrath,
OnlyFans girls, but
bro.
talk to the other people that are here. Like we've been targeting.
What's that?
We've been grilled.
Yo, shout out to Rachel Wilson.
Rachel Wilson.
Yo, shout out Rachel Wilson. Thank you for the membership. Appreciate it. Hold on. Let me see what other questions I had here. You seem a little. Are you okay?
Brian, I'm fine. Just
You doing
like
okay?
stop fucking. Like I don't know
You doing
why.
okay?
He's antagonizing.
Yeah,
I'm not
I know, I
antagged.
know, 100. Like he thinks
Maybe
he
just a little
definitely
bit.
like thinks it's funny, and I'm just,
Just
like,
ignore it. Just
Look,
ignore
you've
it.
been so
am I
disrespectful the
laughing?
entire time.
I wonder why though. Like I
Maybe
really
it's
do.
you.
I wonder.
Maybe it's-
Was I
I
like
think
this
it's
last
you.
time? Was I like this last time, Brian?
No, you weren't.
Exactly. So was it really me?
Now you've brought this to light. You've given.
But why am I being like this? I don't appreciate being called a 304. That's so disrespectful. That was disrespectful. Especially.
I didn't say it.
Hey,
I didn't say that.
Okay, no, I'm trying to explain to you. And if you were to go to my OnlyFans page and look at this,
I'm good. I'll pass.
Okay,
I'm a
not
pass.
saying you're going
Thank
to.
you for the. I'm good.
Brian.
I'm good.
Brian,
I'm a pass.
are you gonna listen?
I'm listening.
You wanted
I'll
you
listen.
wanted me to stop cutting you guys
Okay,
off,
go ahead.
right?
I give you permission. You can talk.
So if you guys were to go to my OnlyFans page and see me in a fucking bikini,
I'm good.
bro, that's like that's like posting on Instagram. Yeah, it's not traditional or whatever, but
Get rid of this shit, bro.
you can't call me a for posting bikini pics,
nobody called
bro.
you
Like
that.
a 304, that's literally what a
Babe,
is.
so
like,
we do. I post my feed, but we do our things different. You do news, but so like
No,
so
Killer
I'm sorry, I
serial
don't do
donated
news.
like in the
Stop.
DMs for my
Stop.
You're so entitled you had to cut off the other lady's answer halfway through to throw another accusatory tantrum. You want
this
us
a
to
rage
have
quit?
all others talk
Rage
when
quit.
you
It's
can't
It's not a
wait to
rage
speak.
quit. I'm just.
I'll
tell
I'm
you
gonna
this.
leave you guys.
I'm gonna
to
tell you-
your
no.
podcast,
No.
And I'm gonna let you guys have it how
You
you
know
want
what?
it.
I want to
Like-
say one thing before you leave.
Go ahead.
I want to say one thing before you leave. Hold on, you ready?
Go ahead, Brian. What's up?
You've been very rude this whole time.
Yeah.
Is Priya? Are you coming back to the table, Priya?
I actually
God
wasn't
damn.
rude in the beginning of the podcast until I was called a 304.
Yeah, you got a bit of an attitude.
Until I got.
You should talk to your therapist about that.
I don't have a therapist.
You should talk to your therapist.
I don't have a therapist.
I thought you did.
Okay, so you clearly weren't listening. Anyways, I wasn't rude until I was called a 304. So
I didn't say that. I didn't call you that.
He's looking for a reaction.
I'm leaving.
I'm not looking for.
I get it.
You're leaving?
I am.
You're gonna leave?
I am.
Babe, it's almost over, right? Like we're close to the end.
I don't care. I'm not gonna sit here and be made a fool
Wait.
of. Like,
How about this? How about this? The chat has been. Nick, can you pull the chat up?
No, the chat has been like
Pull the chat
actually
up.
rude as fuck
Pull
the
the
whole
chat.
time. Like,
Pull the chat. Do we listen?
I want to save it. I want to save it. I want.
There's been a lot. I've detected you've been rude this entire time.
okay,
There's been quite a bit of TikTok brain from you.
Okay.
You have TikTok brain.
Okay.
No offense.
okay.
I want to leave it to the chat. Chat. Do we kick? Is the kick?
You guys, I'll fucking kick myself.
What is TikTok brain?
Whoa!
Like
You
15
can't
seconds
fire
or
me.
what?
I quit. Gustavo is on the case. Out you go. Hold on, wait. Out you go. Goodbye, Leslie. It was
Shout out Javier Milei.
You know what was strange too? I did read that someone was gonna rage quit. I was waiting for it. No offense. Like I was like sitting here. I'm like, I can feel it. I just didn't mean to trigger her so much. I definitely triggered her a lot, and I didn't mean to. I was
Brian,
genuinely
304
asking her
down, 304
questions.
down. You gotta get the medics over there, bro.
Sorry, what's that?
304 down. You gotta get the medics over there.
304 down.
304 down.
Gustavo, is Gustavo coming back? Where's he at? You can take her seat. Actually, no, I'm going to move you over there. We're going to wrap up here pretty soon. You said your experience has been, you said sex outside of marriage makes your relationship stronger.
With my marriage. Can I please
Excuse me?
specifically say
Yeah, you can
my
be specific.
marriage?
Amen.
Does that make sense to
Amen.
anyone?
To
Does
her.
it make sense? Does
To
it make
you,
sense?
yes.
It
With
makes sense to
my
you.
marriage.
It's all that
Do you know
matters.
how many people there are on this earth? I don't. Whatever. First of all, are we even in like an earth? Like, are we in a simulation? Who knows? With my marriage, okay? With my specific marriage.
Because
yes,
most people-
it's made it very strong. It's interesting. It's fun. I don't nag him. He doesn't nag me.
You don't nag your husband?
Never. Mr. Levy. Literally, we tell each other
Find
everything.
that hard to believe, but okay.
They both nag each other.
But in like a cute way, it's not like a weird thing. Like, oh, hey, like, oh god, most people are.
All right, I'm going to read this chat. Big Sassy. Actually, Mercedes, can you read this?
Mercedes, stop talking. You're making me fall harder.
I
I'll
knew
come
you'd
to
find a
you.
husband.
I'm 40, retired, can fix anything, decent looking, 6'2", former Marine. I won't move to LA, however. What say ye? DMs?
Oh my god, when's the
Well,
wedding?
you should say yes. Definitely say yes.
Yeah.
When's the wedding?
Mr. Levy donated $100.
Thank you.
Why are you judging this woman based on her body count? You're seeing one
Why
side of
are
her.
you
She
standing
has so
up?
many dimensions. She's also an incredible wife and mother. You're so close-minded.
No, he's putting on a show.
I want to say
Get
though
it.
too, and I'm only speaking for myself here, but
Where's the champagne?
Thank
dude?
you, Dad.
I need to get.
Dude, me too.
We're so
I need
close.
some
Yo,
fucking
hey,
liquor
so
to
close.
deal with this headache.
My husband, Levy, please, we all need it. Like, I'm exhausted. How much longer is it going? Let's go. Okay.
She wants the bottle of
Hey,
champagne.
after all, I worked hard for it.
The Polish Texan Metheny has room temperature IQ and says the most brain dead things. Her loudmouth degeneracy is vomit inducing. She needs to be in an asylum where
I've
she
been in
can
one.
get, where she can get some electroshock therapy.
And why are you like spending $50 to tell me that? Exactly.
The Polish
I'll see you on my OF account.
That's actually a valid point.
Literally, why are
She's
you
like,
spending $50 to tell me that?
Did you
Okay,
sit-
see you. Let me recommend you some videos. Home for the Holidays is my favorite. Directed, written, starred, produced by me.
All right. Good.
Who else wants to pay? Say something.
Actually, just
I used
fucking
to show
going
pigs.
around the table. What's everybody's body count? So yours is 200 to 300.
I don't know.
Will not disclose.
Range. Give us range.
Under 5 or yeah.
She said 3 earlier.
Truth Bomb donated $100. The
He's not a
crazy
cup,
thing is
dude.
It's
Chick
okay,
is
you don't have
raising
to defend
kids.
him like that. He knows he's not.
Mr. Levy is cut, no doubt. You have to send the asteroid.
Sending the
here it
asteroid.
comes.
Thank you, Truth Brom. Appreciate it. Asteroid sent.
He's not a cuck. You can watch the videos. Like,
If your wife sleeps with other men, I think technically.
dude, you
You'll
have
see.
no idea what's going
It's
on.
weird. I
No,
would never say that.
I
about
do
you.
know
have
what's
no
going
idea
on.
what's going
Oh,
on.
I know what's going
weirdest
on.
thing. You've
I know
told
what's
us for
going
the
on.
past 4 hours.
There is.
This
there,
is like an asteroid.
It's
This is
it's
like
no no no.
This is like an eclipse.
Blah, blah, blah. It's objective. It's just objective truth and reality and facts. There are videos of you on your Twitter having
Epic
sex.
ones.
Huh? Having sex with other men.
Yeah.
If the definition of being a
It's
cuck
epic.
is
Do you know
being
how-
married to a woman who fucks other men,
He thinks it's
that's
hot. Like, I think it's hot when I see him fuck this hot ass blonde. Like, your point?
okay. Cool.
Okay, cool. Like,
Cool story, bro.
well, we're gonna have to agree to disagree, or we can just disagree. But the 2 J's, always remember.
You also said the stereotypes about sex outside of marriage are stupid and everyone
I
else
didn't mean stupid.
has
I
it
was like,
wrong.
I have to send this fast. Let me send
One
this
more
in.
thing to add, my husband works in tech and earns a fantastic living. At the same time, he helps me with my business and co-stars in my videos. I don't have to work at all if I didn't want to,
Nope.
but this is my calling. So your calling is to fuck other men besides your husband?
Okay, you know what?
Okay, hold on.
No, I'm not getting up. I just had like my skirt was like okay. Here's the thing. No, that's not my calling. My calling is to empower women
By
Not going to be you guys, okay? I understand that.
empower
But
women.
Listen,
How?
want to know how?
Yeah, explain
you
it to
can
me.
be a dirty and a good wife and mom at the same time. You don't have to just pick one, dude. You don't. And sorry, like everybody's like, sorry, I have like if I'm gonna have like if I have the talent and this is the thing that's like, that the universe has guided me to do,
There's no talent
then I'm
in
gonna do
sex.
it. Like,
You're not, but it's not.
It's not
the
hard to
sex.
have
It's-
sex.
It's more of the creative
dude,
aspect.
you don't get
like
it. The sex, who
videos.
cares? My
it's
videos
the videos.
are
It's
epic.
it's
I
the
put
content.
so much thought into the set design.
Private chat. What?
That's what I mean. It's
writing.
gonna go. Hopefully, it goes somewhere else.
It's going somewhere else. I know it is. I already know because I already know that it is because I already know because we all know what I'm talking about, right? Like, yeah, it is. It's on a rocket ship, and this is the start of it. So thank you for having me on. I don't care if $50 person's hating. Great, cool.
So your calling is to empower women to be more promiscuous? Is that? You said for them to be sluts.
They are sluts, dude.
Wait, what?
Okay, not these girls, but you know, okay. God, it's really hard. First of all, usually go to bed at 9 because I'm a mom. So I'm up way past my bedtime already.
I work
You and me
morning
both.
radio.
You don't
Get
even
out
know,
of
dude.
here.
I'm so exhausted. On top of it, this has been so anxiety provoking. Like, and like I'm trying so hard right now to like
Thank you,
give you a
Pub
good
Test.
show. What?
I'm thinking pub test. He gifted 5 subs. Continue.
Okay.
Don't just. You're
I'm just,
working
like-
so hard.
I really am, you guys. I really am. Thank
Can
God.
you read it?
You
'Cause-
guys are this is my husband. You guys are playing into a common stereotype. I'm a because she fucks men. I am a
because she fucks men in our videos, but
it
it
doesn't matter that she watches fuck other girls. Why not be curious about our deeper connection?
Ooh, he snapped.
I don't think any of us are discrediting
They're just- they like Jesus and it's like other things. It's
how
like,
much
I don't know.
love you two have for each other here. I know I certainly am not with all of this.
You just don't agree with. What
I don't agree with what
Get it.
you do, but also I don't doubt for a second that you guys have a very deep bond that I may not ever experience.
Imagine, so you have that deep bond, right?
Okay.
And then you have sex, right? And it's always great. And then you videotape it and make it epic art. Like, oh my God.
That's
dime
your
a
path.
dozen.
That's your path.
Dime a dozen.
So here's what we're gonna do. I feel like you've monopolized the.
I didn't want to.
You've monopolized the time of the show way too much. Frankly, I would potentially allow. You're just going to be way too disruptive for the rest of the show. There's other things. So I have to kick you out. You've got to
God, I'm
leave.
so tired.
There's no way I'm going to be able to.
I kept saying, can
there's
we
no
move
way
on
I'm
to
going to be
someone
able
else?
to.
Like, I'm so tired.
Yeah,
Like,
there's
yeah,
no way
stop.
I'm going to be able
I
to
love
like
you.
actually wrap the show. So just.
Thank
You don't got to make a scene. Just.
I'm not making a scene.
You can.
I love
I know. Just you can just go ahead and leave. Just leave.
Nice to meet you. Have a nice sleep.
Be safe. Okay, bye. Love you all.
Yep.
Much
just
love.
you can just go out.
Oh, I'm gonna miss her.
Spencer, if you can just get her. Okay. All right. I cannot get. I'm not going to be able to get through the whole show, so she's just got to go. I probably should have done it way sooner. I was trying to be patient and give her a chance, but it's
You know
just
what
bad
though?
faith. It's-
On a scale of 1 to 10, good amount of entertainment.
I agree.
But at what cost? At what cost? Like.
It's so crazy because it's like just like one facet, and I also know that she just
The chat's gonna be on me, like, dude, you should have done it way sooner. But just like, I can't get a straight answer. I gave her so many chances. Whatever.
I get it.
What's the patriarchy?
The patriarchy is, well, by definition, it's like a society that kind of oppressed women and like promoted, like was in favorance of men.
A patriarchy is a society that oppressed women and is in favorance of men.
It has
Did I get
been
that
like
right?
historically, yeah.
Okay.
Patriarchy was historically societies where men were in charge and women were.
What percentage of men do you think were in charge?
That's a good question. I couldn't tell you.
Okay. So if I told you that less than 1% of men
I'd
were
believe it.
ever in, it's probably way less than 1% of men.
I'd believe it.
So, okay.
But I also think there's still not enough
So
women
under this
representation.
patriarchy, under this supposed patriarchy, are women oppressed?
Yeah, they were.
Are women oppressed in the United
Modern
States?
day, like now?
Yeah.
not like they used to be. I think we're exiting oppression, but I think, like I said, like it's just like, I'm trying to think of how to phrase this badly. It's like I don't feel women in society this day and age are still oppressed, but I feel like it was so recent that it lingers, and we as women still need to like work our way to the top even more. We are still not entirely equal in certain sects. We now have the ability to be, but it's going to take time to get there. For instance, we only represent like a small percentage, like 19%, not even, of all of like Congress, and much less in the other sects of leadership.
Well,
in
let
the
me ask you a
country.
question related to that. So if male politicians pander to women voters anyways, what does it actually matter?
Like, since we're voting for them, you're saying?
So male politicians typically aren't pandering to, for like,
Pandering? By pandering, I'm sorry.
they pander to women
like
for
appeal to
women,
us?
appeal to women's
Yeah.
emotions,
That's what I
appeal
thought,
to their various causes. It's
Okay.
very rare that you've ever heard a politician ever appeal for anything that relates to men's rights or anything like that.
Oh.
So truthfully, it wouldn't even matter.
Well, I disagree, because there are politicians that are in favor of and promote big business, and a lot of those big businesses are run by men, so it perpetuates the patriarchy.
Okay, so that's a bunch of word salad that you just threw out there. So are women oppressed under this patriarchy?
This day and age, I think our modern laws are not oppressive, but I think we're still recovering from a formerly oppressive patriarchy.
Okay, so how were women oppressed?
We didn't have the right to vote. We didn't have the right. Now women finally own more homes than men. We didn't have the right to a mortgage till recently, till like 1973.
Didn't women not want the right to vote? Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't believe that's. I think they fought for the right to vote.
Well, it's interesting. Women were able to secure the right to vote without the corresponding responsibility of being subject to forced military conscription.
I mean, I
That's
don't
how
agree with
men-
that. That was imposed by men.
Okay, it's always victim blaming, basically.
Men are victims now.
No, it's like this weird victim blaming thing of
Victim.
like, well, who's
the victim?
whose fault is that? Well, it's men. So
So men are victims.
Well, in an
So
arena,
you are a victim. I empathize.
I would argue that in a lot of ways, men are victims. For example, men are much more likely to be incarcerated. Men are much more likely to be homeless. Men are much more likely to commit suicide. Men are much less likely to go to university. Men are much more likely to get a higher education.
Men have a higher rate of sociopathy and sociopaths.
That's
and
actually not
psychopaths.
true. They
it's
recently
proven, and they
there's a new
are
study.
in jail more.
There's a very recent. Would you make that same argument when it comes to race?
What?
Would you make that
does that have to
same?
do with-
Would you make that same argument when it comes to race? You're saying
have
men are
no
more
idea.
violent. You're saying men are more violent.
No, men are
therefore,
like literally diagnosed more often as psychopaths and sociopaths.
you
It is
realize
something they're born
You
with.
realize criminality is a very, very small percentage of men.
In jail, the population is estimated to be 10 to 20% psychopaths or sociopaths when they make up less than 1% of the world, and it's
right?
primarily
Sure.
men.
Okay. Dark triad, mental illness, absolutely
cool.
contributes
Glad
to
we're on the same page.
criminality.
Cool.
Okay, so I don't even know. Like, you're so. Like, the way you argue is so fucking weird and annoying. It's like
You're
hard
welcome.
to engage with you. Okay, so I listed a couple ways in which men are disadvantaged.
Okay.
I can give you some more. So also, men upon birth, a lot of them in this country, most of them in this country are, they have no bodily autonomy, so they're circumcised.
That's
And I think that should be
reasonable.
something that,
Okay.
you should be
able to choose.
able to consent to, perhaps when you're 18. So there's a few. And then, of course, there's the forced military conscription. So, I mean, yes, if you actually were to add up the ways in which men are disadvantaged and compare them to women, I'm actually prepared to make an argument that men are more disadvantaged in a myriad of ways than women are.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
It's not how I feel.
Killer of Cereal donated $100. A white male, a black female, and a half Asian, half Native American hermaphrodite all grew up in the same household. They all get the same benefits in life. White privilege is a myth.
Thank you, Killa of Serial. You said in a kind of flippant, dismissive way, you said that you're sorry I feel that way. Well, I don't just feel that way.
Because you said, I don't agree that you are more oppressed, but if you feel you are, then I authentically empathize with you for what you feel is
okay,
your
so
plight.
I just listed out
Yeah.
a bunch of ways that it's not just how I feel men are experiencing life. It's actually statistically proven. There's studies, there's data that you can look at.
I rebutted
So-
to like the jail study. I didn't.
You
like,
didn't
the jail-
rebut.
Yeah, to
you-
the jail statement, but there were further on that list. So
Let me ask you.
understand.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you feel that African Americans are victims of a sort of systemically racist system when it comes to incarceration?
yes,
Okay, so if we look at statistics, then we can actually make far more. How about actually before? Let me walk it back a bit. Do you think that the police misconduct, police brutality, police killings of African Americans is evidence of racism or systemic racism or racism in this country?
it has been.
Okay, so what if I told you, if we were to, for example, if we've made comparisons of police killings between white men and black men per capita, what if I told you that something that blows that statistic way out of the water is the discrepancy in police brutality and police killings between men and women?
So women are less likely in general to get.
So there's an even bigger gap. So if we're comparing white to black, there's an even bigger gap between men and women. So would that then be evidence of systemic sexism?
If the data represents it, then yeah, I don't know the exact statistics.
I've just provided it for
I
you.
know you didn't give me exact numbers and figures. No, I don't know.
Okay, well, here's an example. There are more white men who are killed by police than there are women who are killed by police of all races combined.
But there's more white men in America
There's-
than other races of
No, I
men.
said all races of women combined. That includes white women.
Okay, no,
it
I
includes
misinterpreted
black
what you
women,
said. I didn't
Latina
hear you
women,
right.
other. Okay.
Versus women.
Yeah.
Got it. Then that
Okay.
stems back to the point I was stating before about how men have a higher rate of sociopathy.
Okay, so take
and
that to its
psychopathy.
logical conclusion. Are you prepared to make that same argument for against black men?
That
Are
they have
you-
a higher rate of
in order
sociopathy and psychopathy than women?
No, than white men. You need to be.
No, I don't think that.
Interesting. Okay, so you're basically
They've been like targeted by the police historically. It's proven, like it's documented, it's proven. But I mean, we can agree to disagree on that if that's how you feel. Like I've seen like the videos, I know of the data, I know, like I don't know the exact figures, so you could educate me on those, argue with me on them, whatever floats your boat. But I know that like, yeah, there is systemic oppression that's affected African American people. Yeah. By police. Like there's been racist police brutality.
there has been, but do you think just because, for example, let's say a black man is killed by police, does it necessarily mean he was killed because he was black?
No, it doesn't mean that. It doesn't guarantee that.
Okay.
But it's happened.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Cool.
Oh my God, that's like ridiculous. Should I just restate my position? And I feel like you've failed to actually make a compelling argument.
I feel like the conversation just ended out of nowhere. Like, what point are you trying to like make?
Well, again, when I listed and I enumerated a couple ways in which men are disadvantaged.
And we clearly have to agree to disagree on the jail statistics. But furthermore,
Okay, so fine. Let me
Yeah.
just, even
So
though
the
I'm
next-
prepared, even if I'm prepared to argue that, let me just totally concede the jail one.
Okay, yeah.
So do you,
Next problems.
okay, so suicidality. Men are much more likely to commit suicide in this country. Also, men are much more likely to be homeless. Let's tackle those two.
I agree, and I empathize highly with that. I do.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
It doesn't, but you just said
I
that
think men
you-
need better mental health resources.
But your position
I've said
was that men are not disadvantaged.
I never
in
said
any-
they're not disadvantaged.
That's literally
I said
what you said.
Women are more disadvantaged.
Okay, so
women are
what's
not
what
privileged
currently,
in contrast to
currently. Tell me something. Tell me a way in which women are disadvantaged compared to men.
We're like 80, not 80 times. I want to get the statistic 100% right, and I don't want to sound vulgar. We are, I guess, 5 times more likely to get SA'd.
I mean, it depends on your definition of that, and then if you incorporate, for example, men who are SA'd in prison facilities, then actually my understanding is that
They're
rather
incorporated in that
equalizes.
statistic, and no, it's not equalized.
I would have to
Women
review
are-
the data.
Women are like at least 5 times more likely to be trafficked. We are literally still on a global scale still victimized by the patriarchy. That hence like as trafficking rings and
Okay.
things of that nature. Sex work, we could say that, yeah, sex work, I'm thoroughly convinced was established by men because men are policing it to this day.
So women have no agency?
They do, thank God. I think that's why women nowadays feel empowered by OnlyFans, as they've stated, because it's them being able to like control themselves and navigate their own bodies and not be
Evil
policed.
patriarchy institutes sex work, and the women
The
with agency
patriarchy
then go and
has-
participate in the sex work. This is a genius argument.
I think you can't hate sex workers when men are constantly abusing sex workers.
Why would, let's assume for a second that, I don't know, the SA rates were 1,000 times between the sexes. How would that prove that men are privileged in society over women?
1,000 times,
Yeah, that women are
Like,
1,000 times
more
more likely to be made than men. Yeah.
How does
would
that
that prove that men are privileged in society over women? It would just show that women are disadvantaged.
Yeah, that's-
biologically in a sense.
that's
in
my
this one
point. He
particular
said
instance,
women
but it
are
wouldn't show that
privileged. I'm
men-
saying they're not.
Stop.
We
Let
are-
me finish my point before you respond. You're not even listening. You can't wait to talk, so you don't listen.
Your
Relax.
point contradicts what was just said.
My point doesn't contradict it. That's why you need to listen. Even if it were true that it was women were 1,000 times more likely to be SA'd than men, how would that prove that men in society were privileged over women?
I did not say men are privileged over women. I said women are not privileged over men, which is what he stated in the first place and has stated on several occasions.
Yeah, but he said he was giving a statement for the draft that it's a privilege that women are not drafted. That is the case, correct?
No, that's not the only thing he said. He said in general he
Yeah,
feels
but in the case
he
of
would
the draft,
argue
let's start
that
with
women
that.
are
Let's
privileged.
just start one thing at a time. Can we just start with the draft? Are women privileged by not having to do the draft?
I don't believe so.
Okay, then what would you
now we're
call
dancing
it
back.
that only one sex has to do an activity for conscription where they go put their life on the line and may potentially lose it, versus the other sex not having to do that? What would you call that
I
besides
would call it a
privilege?
choice tragically made by that sex, as proven.
Men
Well,
don't
that
choose.
sex did not collectively make that choice.
Strawman Fallacy donated $100. She stands her argument on men being more likely to be sociopaths, then follows up with "I'm sorry you feel that way." Quintessential gaslighting from someone with zero self-awareness. Matriarchy?
You said it's a choice. It's not a choice to be drafted. That's
No, I didn't say
forced.
it's a choice.
You literally, the word
No,
choice.
I said
choice,
men as a whole, like the men who represented men chose that.
Yeah, okay.
From a
but-
Congress that was all
but
men at
let's-
the time.
Okay,
when only
so
men
yes.
made
Is
the rules.
anybody who's alive right this second, any man who's alive right this second, have a choice in whether or not they're drafted?
Yeah, the ones in Congress.
The men who are conscripted, do they have a choice in being conscripted or not?
You're not. There's no draft right now. Who knows?
That's not my question.
They might not
If there
ever
was a
enforce
draft
that.
right now, would men? If there was a draft right now, would the men who got drafted have a choice in being drafted or not?
We just danced way back from where we were at in this conversation.
Yeah, can you answer my question now?
I already did.
Yeah, can you answer it
multiple
again?
times.
Can the men? Can
we
the men
just
who are
danced
conscripted,
all the way
right?
back to the draft from way into past policing. We were on a whole new layer, and
Yeah, I know.
now we're all the way back to me reiterating the same shit.
Yeah, I know. So can we get back to that? So anyway, the conscription portion of
You
this.
can talk to yourself.
So you just
Because I'm
won't
not going to
answer the
repeat
question?
myself. No,
You're just not
I'm
gonna answer
not
the question.
dancing back to the same shit we just talked about. You can literally talk to yourself
She's
about
trying
shit if you
to.
still
She's
don't
trying
agree
to
with
evade.
me on it.
You're trying to evade.
Yeah, you're
So-
being very. You're being. You're,
No,
you're
we
doing
just
everything
talked about
possible
this.
So, I mean,
let's
how
go-
about-
to answer the
let's
question.
push forward to
No,
where
no, no,
we
no.
no, because we
You're
already
not.
discussed
Hold on.
those.
Stop. You're not going to dictate the terms and the flow of the
But like
conversation.
I said, then he can talk to himself. Like I already
Then
answered
you can
this.
leave. You can leave. Go ahead.
You're a bitch. Like on God.
You're a fucking bitch,
No,
and
you're
I'm
a
glad you're
bitch,
getting kicked
'cause
out of here.
You wouldn't say shit like this to me if I was with my man.
I'd say
You
it
have
to your
so many
face too, you
balls.
stupid
You
bitch.
have
Get outta
so
here.
many balls to talk crazy to women, but you don't got no guts to talk like
That,
this to a man.
that. Get out of here.
You are a bunch of pussies with little dicks.
You didn't play this out. Oh, I didn't? Oh, okay. Hold on.
This is Sparta!
Can I ask you how many cigarettes have you lit?
He seems stressed.
I was gonna ask, is that
Very
in
stressful.
relationship to how stressed you are?
Tell her to message the Instagram page.
That I
Deal
smoke?
with it after the show. She can message the IG page and we'll get it handled.
You do realize that people smoke cigarettes, right?
Yes, I do. I'm just wondering how many you've smoked in the course of this show.
I don't know. It's a long show. Probably quite a few.
Oh, okay. That escalated. I just like look up every 5 seconds and see a new one. I just thought it was interesting.
God. Okay. I mean, if she's gonna be rude to Andrew,
Look, she started by calling you a bitch. That's the only reason I responded, because she's like, "You're a little bitch." So I was like, "Well, if you're gonna talk shit, you know."
Oh, didn't I start kicking her off before that?
Yeah, but she
Yeah.
responded with, "You're a little bitch." So it's like, well.
Oh, and then you
it-
started shit talking.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, no, but it's like even before that, when you were like trying to engage with her in good faith in the conversation, and then she's like, "Oh, well, we already moved on from that, so I'm not going to continue engaging with you." It's just like, that's just okay. Get out then at that point, you know. So. Good times. Okay, I think we're gonna wrap up here pretty soon. Oh my God, yo! But hey, Andrew, thank you for having my back there, man. Appreciate it, bro. Of course, Spencer goes to the bathroom when she's about to fucking.
It's a good thing you pay him in Chilean currency, so that's like $2 an hour.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Hold on.
That's a fucking 50 DKP minus! What the fuck was that shit?
Yep. Let me read a couple chats here. We have the West Dude donated 50. In the United States, women have voted in every presidential election, even George Washington's first election. Who lied to her? Cool. I mean, obviously she.
I only go on there to do the
You, oh,
live.
so are you revealing that you have a chatter, a typer? Is that what you're saying?
I only go on
You
there
don't
to go
manage your
live.
own OF?
Like, I haven't taken content.
Answer the
in-
question. Do you have a typer?
Wait, what's the
Do you
typer?
have a typer or a chatter?
No, I don't answer.
You don't answer any messages?
I don't
Okay.
see the messages. I just
You don't
go
see the
live.
messages? Your
Yeah.
typer sees them, though.
I don't have a typer. What is a typer?
Somebody who manages the the inbox.
I don't know.
In response to dudes.
I mean, if you're going to keep trolling, I'm just going to put the heat on you.
But I'm not trolling.
Yeah, you are.
About
But-
what? Wait, what do you think I'm trolling about? The husband thing, the Bible study thing, or what?
How long have you been single?
A year.
1 year? Okay.
Yeah.
On another podcast, you claimed you were a virgin.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
It's not true.
Why?
What do you mean, why? There's videos of you. I can't show the websites, but there's videos of you having sexual intercourse, having carnal knowledge of another man with another man.
That's not used enough.
I argued this for 4 hours on that podcast.
We won't argue it for that long,
Yeah,
but
I can argue it again for 4 more hours.
What's there to argue? Because there's videos of you having sexual intercourse. I can't show them because we're on YouTube, but
Yeah.
how are you going to argue that you're a virgin? Are you arguing that you're a born-again virgin?
However you want to look at it, I'm a virgin.
It's not about... Okay.
I don't care
Have
how-
you,
how do you
have you
know
had
this?
sex? That's a different question. Have you had sex?
I am a virgin.
That's not what I'm asking you. Have you had sex?
There is no video of me having sex.
Yes, there is. Look, we're not going to play this troll
I can't
game.
do this one. I can't do this one. I did it 4 hours last one.
But-
I'm not gonna do it again. It's not me. Move on. It's not me.
But what?
It's not me.
It's you.
It's not me, and I'll stand on that.
I mean, you're clearly a liar if you're not going to just be intellectually, or if you're just not going to
But
be
why
honest.
do I have to talk about my sexual life? I
You
just said
don't,
I'm a virgin.
but you're if there's videos of you having sexual intercourse and you're claiming to be a virgin and claiming you've never had sexual intercourse, it's just so bad faith and it's just a lie. Like, we do try to have, we have fun conversations here, but we're not going to entertain this, you just being a
Then-
pathological liar.
Then we can move on from that topic.
Or you could just tell the truth.
Or we could just move on from the topic. Because I think the question was, when was your last relationship? Not, have you had sex?
Well, if you're not willing to, okay, we'll play. I mean, okay. I'm not agreeing to what you're saying, but we can play a little game. So, Molly, what about you?
I am in a relationship.
To restate for people who missed the back and forth between me and you earlier, you claim to be a virgin,
Yeah.
even though I have photo and video evidence that you've had on camera sexual intercourse and carnal knowledge.
Well, you want to go back to this to go on another 1 hour rant where I will
No, I'm not going to go back and forth on that, but
Okay.
but I
Yes,
am
I'm a
again
virgin.
bringing up the fact that you lied about it. You deny it. I deny that you're telling the truth. So
Okay.
on Soft White Underbelly, you said you had an alcohol problem. Is this correct?
I did used to, yeah.
And you said you would regularly get blackout drunk?
Yeah.
And when you're blackout drunk, typically are you not always remembering everything that you do?
That's the definition of blackout drunk.
How many times would you say you've been blackout drunk?
A lot.
More than 100?
Oh, no. Probably like 30.
30 times? Okay, 30 times. And would you be out in like a party type environment?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, is it possible while you were drunk that you had sex with somebody and you don't remember? Would that be possible?
That would be, I can't even say the word. You told me not to say the word, but that's literally like.
Maybe they were
non-consensual.
blackout drunk too. I don't know.
I could say a lot, but I'm not going to because you said I can't say those words. So.
Okay. You said that you also did drugs too?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it just, a lot of these things don't really add up to me.
So.
Like the drug use, the drinking, but you maintained your chastity. That doesn't make any sense. And
That's the only thing that you are confused about. I was really depressed while doing, so I would get drunk and do drugs.
and not have casual sex.
I would just be, I didn't care about the sex part. I just was going wild because I didn't want to think about my problems. So I would drink a lot and do drugs so I didn't have to think about my problems. It wasn't about like, oh, yay, let's have fun. It was more about I wanted to like shut my brain up. Like I just didn't want to think. So it has nothing to do with sex. I don't know where that
And you also, in
correlates.
the Soft White Underbelly interview, you also said you were bipolar, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. So, I mean, drug use, drinking, partying, being bipolar, I mean, isn't it the case that people who are bipolar tend to be not impulsive?
Compulsive?
Impulsive sexually. Isn't that a symptom of being bipolar?
That doesn't mean
Impulsivity.
it has to happen.
It doesn't have to.
Okay, so
but
what
like
does that have to do with
all these things like are not really adding up.
Okay, well, I'm sorry
were-
that it doesn't make sense
Were
to you that
you addicted to drugs and alcohol?
I was addicted to alcohol.
Okay, so you were a drug user, you were addicted to alcohol, you're bipolar, partying, but in all those realms, you kind of just lost it. But then when it came to sex, you somehow were able to refrain from that particular indulgence. That's where I'm confused about your claims.
I'm a virgin. I'm
Cap.
going to stand on that.
Cap.
I don't know why you care so much. Like, is it like, do you want to have sex? Like, what is going on?
Are you saying I'm trying to? Is that
like,
what it is?
what is going on?
I'm trying
Like,
to. Is it
just
that's?
Why
what
do you
goes to your
care so
head?
much about if someone has sex or not?
I actually don't. It's more so,
So
the
why
lying.
do you keep bringing it up?
It's more so the lying. It's
So
just.
if you think that I'm lying, if I thought someone was lying and I see they're not changing their mind, I'm not going, repeating and saying the same thing over and over. It's called insanity.
It's just kind of
So it's
weird if
insanity
you're
for
called
you to
out on a
keep-
lie.
For
You should
to
just
keep
be like,
bringing
yeah, I was
that.
lying.
No, for
You
you,
should
to
have
keep
just-
talking about it, that's literally crazy.
You could have just like
It's literally
told.
crazy.
Look, you were able to get away with it on the other podcast, but
No, they went off on me for 4 hours, and I went off back for 4 hours, and I don't care what you say. I don't care
but
what you
then
do.
because you were lying, a bunch of people did a bunch of research and found videos of you having sex on camera.
They were sending the videos.
And I can't show it, but you definitely
They
were.
were sending the video. I want to know why is such a big deal to you. Tell me. Explain to me.
The truth.
No, really.
The truth.
So if I
The
hear
truth is
someone lying
important.
and the person won't stop lying, you know what I do? I shut the up because obviously they're not going to stop lying. So if you really
So you're
truly
admitting to lying?
No, I'm saying if
Just
you
admit to
feel
lying.
that way, no, because I'm not lying.
You're
if
not
you
lying.
really
Okay.
feel that way, then why wouldn't you just stop talking about it?
Because I
Like, what
think
is
the
that gonna
truth is
change?
important.
What is talking about it and saying, oh, but you did drugs and
think
you
the
did
truth-
alcohol?
I think the truth is important. That's why.
Well, I'm a virgin. I already said that. I'm not going to keep repeating myself. I don't care what you say.
Have you ever lied in your life?
I don't like lying.
You don't like lying?
No. Lying to me is disrespectful.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, all the things I listed, and then like when it comes to your physical appearance, I mean, there's a lot of lies there too. I mean, you have plastic surgery, correct?
I got my teeth done. And I got my boobs done.
That's it?
Yeah, that's
That's the extent of your cosmetic
And I just, yeah.
procedures. You just what?
I just got them done.
Lip filler?
No.
No lip filler?
No.
Lipo?
No.
Any-
I'm skinny.
Anything else?
No.
BBL?
No.
Any transfers of anything?
No.
No cosmetic?
Again,
just,
why
just
do you
the
care
fake.
so much?
Okay.
I have not gotten any fake stuff. There's no fake stuff about my appearance besides my teeth and my I got done a week ago or like 2 weeks ago, and I openly talk about it.
The teeth.
Huh?
Which one did you get done 2 weeks ago?
Both. Well, this one I got done like 3 weeks ago, and this one I got done
You got
a week ago.
so for really?
Yeah, this was done a week ago,
So
and my
before-
boobs were done 3 weeks ago.
And before you did,
I didn't have any
there's
surgery.
photos of you dating back
Yeah, I had no
more
surgery.
than 3 years ago, or sorry, 3 months or 3 weeks ago,
Yeah.
where you have fake.
No.
titties.
Go, look it up. Pull up anything you want to pull up. There's no, I got my boobs done 3 weeks ago, and I'm very open about it. Before that, I had no surgery. Pull up any
Interesting.
picture you want to pull up. I don't care.
Okay, let's see here. Let's see.
Actually, if you go on my
I
TikTok,
see-
there is a video
Here,
where
no, let's.
I talk
Oh wait,
about
actually,
getting surgery.
wait. Actually, I feel like you want me to pull this up so we can pull up your Instagram so people can see your
Isn't
Instagram.
it in the link anyways?
So
in the
hold on.
bio?
Hold on.
Okay,
Let's see.
see, sometimes the things you say, like,
So-
you need to make them correlate.
I'm not gonna pull it up, but there's a photo of you
Okay.
from. Let's see, what's a good one that I can tell where they're. I mean, they've always been fake, but
They've never been fake until 3 weeks ago. And go on my TikTok and go see the video
So-
where I got them done. I literally recorded
you
it.
redid them. That's fine though. So there's a
Then
video
why is there
from
no scar?
May 3rd, 2022, which is
Okay.
almost 2 years ago.
Okay.
It looks pretty clear to me that you have
show
fake
it.
breasts.
Show it. No, show it right now. You could cover it
That's
if you want
okay.
to crop it. Show it.
It's all right.
No,
So-
show it. Nope.
Did you already have big before?
I had before. I was
Then-
a C cup.
Why'd you get a job?
Forza donated $100. Girl 1, I actually remember watching her interview. You say you're reformed, but you still dress like a 304.
I was
The
a C-cup
interviewer was
before.
too soft on you. If you don't want people to see you as an object, don't dress like one.
I was a C cup before. He put 200 cc's in. Now I'm a D cup. Same shit. There's basically no difference. I woke up after surgery 3 weeks ago where I recorded it on my TikTok and I posted about it because I'm open about it. And I posted
Why?
and I said,
It's such a
"It looks
weird
the same."
lie.
It's not a lie.
Because you do have plastic surgery now. Why would you lie about the date that you got plastic surgery?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Go on my TikTok and see where I
I
said.
don't care about your TikTok. Your Instagram, though. Wait, Nick. So here's what we're gonna do.
Okay, so show it.
I don't want you to show Nick on her Instagram. If you go to our Instagram, go into the chat messages. I have her Instagram. Please kindly don't show the first 3 photos, but you can show the starting at the
Because now he's
4th.
saying, "Oh, you want me to pull up your Instagram? Isn't the Instagrams linked?" So that has. You have no proof of nothing because I don't lie about my surgery. I got surgery 3 weeks ago.
You said don't show the first 3 photos. The first 3 horizontally, okay? So my loves, do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Okay, so on the far right one, it's her with a black car and a black dress. Okay, you can start showing. Pull that one up. No, don't click the specific one and then we'll scroll down, okay? All right, go ahead, pull it up. All right, scroll down a bit. Scroll down, keep going. Okay, stop. The one where she's on the beach, click on that one. Okay, that's August 15th, 2023. You're saying you don't have plastic surgery here?
No, none at all.
Bro, you're so full of It's so weird.
Why?
Okay, X out of it.
I feel
I'll
like
show you.
people,
Pull
like a
scroll
lot
down.
of girls, like edit photos and stuff, and that's
Scroll
normal.
down. Okay, let's see.
Those are bras. Those are push-up bras. I had C cups before,
Stop-
so
stop
I
right
had
there.
like no.
You think that's no?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I had C cups, which means like I had already.
Anyways,
before
I
got it.
scroll all the way to the bottom just so they can see. So scroll up. Super trad, by the way. Just click the one where she's in the water, in the middle.
They don't even look that big there. They look regular.
They look pretty fake.
Yeah.
So that's May 3rd, 2022.
Yeah,
I mean,
I had no surgery there. Everybody knows because
Cap.
I used to
So
show
cap.
my
So
on
cap, bro.
OnlyFans, and now I
Such a
have
liar.
scars here.
You're
Bro,
a
I'm not
pathological
lying.
liar. You're a
Why am
pathological
I
liar.
lying? Bro, I'm actually about to get mad because you're actually like not there in the brain. Look, I have scars
I'm
now
not there in
under
the
my
brain,
boobs.
boys.
I
They-
have scars now under my boobs. If you were to see my boobs, you can see the scars.
I'll pass. Thank you for the offer. I'll kindly
I'm not
pass.
saying I want you to see my boobs.
It's okay.
I'm
I'm
saying
gonna
if
pass.
you were.
I appreciate the
No,
invitation.
because you do
I'll
not
pass
have
on the
anything
seeing
in
the.
your brain.
I'll pass
you
on.
do not have
I'll
anything in your
pass.
brain.
Oh.
Okay, look. Listen.
Nothing in the brain. Okay.
Look. Back.
I'm looking.
Back before when
your
I did
eyes.
hands, I had no scars and I would show my titties all over the internet.
I want to chat. What do you think? You guys, we'll ask the chat. We'll see what they think.
Because
maybe I'm wrong.
why
Chat.
would I lie
Those
about
photos.
when I got it done?
Why did you get
I don't
it
know.
done
Why
after
would you? That's the
stopped
weird
doing
thing.
OnlyFans?
Is she
like
okay?
after you found Jesus?
Is
why
it
did
chat?
you get your
Is
tits
it
done?
chat?
Really good question, honestly. Do
Yeah.
you think Jesus likes looking at your tits?
Forza donated $100. I can't believe you have an attitude. Be quiet. You had a sob story, but now you have such an attitude.
No,
Yeah,
because
she put on an act on Soft White Underbelly.
no,
It was an
because
act.
you are over here trying to say I'm a liar. I'm not a liar. Why would I tell you now that I have surgery?
I've had dozens of people message me the videos and photos of you having carnal knowledge, of having intercourse.
There's no videos of that, and I
Yes.
don't know why you care so much and why you're watching them. Why are you watching them?
Because the audience is sending it to me.
So you know what you could do? You press the little X and close out, and you don't have to look at it anymore.
Okay, but we're
Okay,
sure
yeah.
I could.
Yeah, you could close your
But
computer.
it's
you
about
could walk
truth.
away.
That's why it's important to me. It's just like you've come on the podcast. We tried to look, we can have fun, we can joke around,
I
we can
went on
banter.
a 4-hour podcast literally 4 days ago.
Yeah.
And I will not sell. That is not me.
Why though?
It's not me.
You want it's interesting to me though because you want this sort of unorthodox 3-man relationship.
Yeah.
You think why lie about being a virgin? They're not going to be deterred. Well, that's fake too. The 3 marriage thing is fake
That
too.
is not fake, and I don't know why you think everything I say is fake. I don't know
Well,
who hurt
I
you. I
mean-
don't know who came on here and traumatized you and lied about everything.
Everything
But
about you
I-
is fake. You have plastic
I-
surgery. You have
and
fake lips.
I'm open
you
about
have
it.
fake tits.
You
you
am
lied
open
about when you got the fake tits.
I got the fake tits on February 15, 2024, and I never had surgery.
Photoshop, filters. Are you wearing fake contacts right now?
No.
Okay.
And then here we go. Who
I'm not-
traumatized you? You
Nobody-
just can't believe
I'm chilling.
that someone
I'm
could just be
chilling.
honest.
I'm
like, it's
mellow
fine.
right now.
It's fine.
I'm super mellow right now. Do you
Okay,
hear the?
I'm gonna get mellow right now,
Do you,
too.
do you hear the?
No,
do you hear the?
Just because you told me to shut up, they are fake contacts. I can see them.
There,
just because you told me to
I
shut
am.
up.
Into the
Oh,
mic.
just because you told me to shut up. I'm sitting right next to you and your contacts are
Yeah,
fake.
it's easy to
Too clear.
tell when you're close to
contacts.
somebody. Yo, based Molly for the. Yo, chat. W's in the chat for Molly. Molly, can we get like a not a round of applause for Molly, but like a little gentle clap?
So-
Yo, W's in the chat.
Gentle
Wally in the chat.
So they're not
W
fake
Molly.
contacts.
Wally
I
in the
don't
chat.
know.
Wally in the chat.
No, I'm wearing contacts too. We can take them out together.
I am not taking out my contacts because I don't wear
wait,
contacts.
so
I
you're
do
not-
wear contacts to see, but I don't have colored contacts. He
I
asked
said
me
you have
what
color, so take them out. Let's see. You can see mine aren't
Are
colored.
you willing to take your contacts
They're
out?
not colored.
I am not.
Are you willing to-
took her contact out.
Yeah.
Take yours out.
Molly
just took
Molly just took her contact.
I do not have fake identities. I've had followers since I was 14 years old on social media.
That was so
They've
smooth,
seen
Molly.
me grow up.
That was so smooth.
Yeah, they've seen me grow up since I was 14 years old on social media. They know what I look like. They know what my bodies look like. They know what my faces look
Then
like.
take it out. Stop talking.
You
Shut up and take it out.
I will literally
Shut
fuck
up
you
and
over
take
now,
it.
like,
Is
shut
that a
up.
threat?
Yes.
On camera? You're
Like,
gonna threaten
stop.
me?
I never said I was gonna hit you. I said I would f you up. So yeah.
Goddamn.
Be careful.
See, that's literally what.
Wait, Cindy.
what
I
happened.
have a
Like-
question for you. Looking into her eyes, does it look like she has fake contacts?
Oh my God, I have been on social media for so long, and they've seen me.
I saw a case of
I'm
contacts
not
in the
sure.
bathroom. Were they
I don't
yours?
know.
Oh,
Yeah,
In
go
the
get them.
trash?
Go get them.
Were they
was a
yours?
big-
Yeah,
Those
go
are
get
actually
them.
Wait, no,
big.
no, no,
What's
no, no.
the-
Those eyewear contacts.
And I was
Those-
otherwise I
Dumb
would do that.
Out. So you're just lying. You didn't
No,
throw them
bro,
out.
it's not.
No lipo?
I don't have no lipo. I have no lipo. Like I'm just naturally skinny. I naturally look good.
naturally
Like I'm
mean.
sorry that you guys
Okay.
are upset about
So,
that.
another
but-
question. I've had, because it came up earlier in the show, I have other people not messaging me photos and videos of you, but earlier in the show, you claimed that you don't have a chatter, a typer.
Okay.
Okay, so I have multiple people who have sent me messages who are messaging with your account right now. How do you explain that?
Can I see?
They took our phones too. We don't have our
Yeah,
phones.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't
There.
Can I see?
You want me to pull it up? So Nick, don't pull. You really want me to show you? You won't just take my
mean-
word for it. You won't just take my word for it.
I
Huh?
don't know. I don't know what to tell you about that.
Would,
If you really want to.
so there's timestamps, and it was during the show.
Okay.
So do you want to admit that you have?
Chatters. I'm the one. I go live on my fans every single night. They know it's me on there.
Sure, that you might go live, but do you
Yeah.
have chatters?
I don't disclose my personal stuff.
I mean, that sounds like a yes.
really, I do have management, and every single trans girl has management. Trust me, every single trans girl has management. But when we write that contract, you are supposed to post on your. You're supposed to do this stuff on your. They can help you out, but usually it is mainly you on your fans. So that is my answer to give you. So if there's someone talking to someone right now, yeah, but I am the one on my fans. I'm the one that has to post on there, and I am the one that goes live on there. So yeah.
And do you chat with people, or do you have someone to do that for
Yes,
you?
I chat with people because I know them from my lives.
Are your chatters male?
Are my chatters male?
The chatters, are they
I
males?
have no idea what my management does.
But so you
with that.
do acknowledge that your management has people typing on your behalf,
When I'm not able to.
pretending to be you, though, like the.
And I'll tell you something, every single girl in the industry does the same thing. Cindy, don't lie. You guys don't lie.
Uh-oh.
If you're on You're doing the same thing. You have management and you have people on your account.
Now-
don't lie about it.
I just have a lot of people.
You're
on
lying,
there.
Cindy. Shut up.
I will say this. I will say
I'm
this.
not lying.
When I had fans, there was a couple companies that did message me, and I'd heard about them through, the industry. I wasn't in, but I did on my own 2020. Now there was one company, and they were like, "Oh, would you like to work with us? It's going to be like a 3-month thing, to test it out. You sign the contract. You have to follow through with it. Like, you sign it." All of a sudden, I get with this company, and I was like, "Oh, this sounds like a good idea." And legit, they were saying the weirdest things. Number one, people were dropping off my phones. It was not okay. I was not happy. And finally, I was like, you know what? This is wrong. Like, I realized through that experience that is not okay, is me as a person. So then I started doing it on my own. But then obviously when the illness and everything happened, I realized I couldn't keep up. And nowadays, men, they have been conditioned with fans in a sense where they want that instant reply. If a girl doesn't instant reply to you on OF, and maybe it takes a day or two, you got a good girl on there, because chances are she's really talking to you. So that's just one thing. But I did for about 3 months, and then after that, it was over. But that's how I discovered it is not right to do that. It is, it's not good. It isn't good for everybody.
Okay.
And don't lie about it, every single person. And I could probably name even who your guys, if I saw your Instagram, I could probably find who your management is. And they do your chatters, and don't lie about it. And this is something we don't disclose. Like, we have this thing where we don't talk about this. But if you want to talk about this and bring it up on here and try to bash me for it, then I'll expose everybody. I don't care. Every single girl on fans that you follow
I don't
does not
follow
do anything.
any girls on.
I'm not
OnlyFans,
talking to
but-
you. I'm talking to whoever subscribes.
Sure.
She's just mad and dragging everyone down with her. That's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay,
about
but
that
do you
one.
see how? Here's the thing, right? So we don't make it a point to do this. But
Okay, but I didn't lie. I said
you-
the truth.
but-
Okay, yeah.
But you do realize you opened yourself up to that, because when you start saying, well, I don't do this and I don't do that, and you lie about it, then people want to start to prove you wrong and start to dig. So then I had dozens of people go ahead and they see the videos, they see the photos, and then you said you didn't have a chatter, so you lied about that. So you did lie about one thing. Now that calls into question whether you've lied about some of the other things that you've asserted on this podcast.
Honestly, the chatter, whoever it is, doesn't go really on there, because it's usually just me. I don't have them talk to the people because they suck. Like she says, they suck. So I kind of usually do this stuff myself, and I kind of don't really even chat there. I just go live every day. So, and I can't have a fake chatter talking to my fans on live, because
Okay.
it's got to be me. So really, they are getting that connection with me that they want.
So you do admit to having a chatter, even though before you said you didn't.
I said I did.
Yeah, when I asked you earlier in the conversation, you said you didn't have a chatter or a typer.
I don't remember that.
You did. So you do admit to lying.
Okay, well, I came clean about
So
it.
is it
the virgin thing, still a virgin. The boobs getting done on February 15th, still true.
Okay.
I never got anything before
Well,
that. So
I suppose I give you credit for your steadfastness. Couldn't I just say, just let it go, just say the truth? Couldn't I just?
okay, if I
Would it be that hard to say the truth?
I'm just saying, if I were to ask someone something and I think they're lying and they keep assuring me that they're not lying, I would just shut up about it. I wouldn't care about it. Even if people are DMing me, even if people are messaging me, I would just close it and be like, you know what? That's their life, whatever they want to do. Like, it's not my deal. It's not my karma. It's not my anything. It's not my universe. Like, let them do what they want to do. The universe can affect them for lying. I don't care. That's what you should be thinking.
Does it upset you
If
when
you
people lie to
truly
you?
think- yeah,
Does
I don't
that
like when
bother
people
you?
lie to me.
You don't like liars, right?
So you know what I do? I stop talking to the liar. That's what
So
I do.
did you-
If I think someone's lying to me, I stop talking to them. So
Okay. But I've invited you to be on the podcast, and I was hoping, although we can have fun conversations, we can also have honest, forthcoming, transparent, and truthful conversations. So do you see why that's my objection? Because if I just invite people onto my podcast to lie and make things up, then my audience questions the veracity and like the truth of what the conversations we're having here. Because I want
What do I
truthful.
gain from saying that I'm a virgin? Tell me, what do I gain? Do I gain more subscribers?
Earlier in the
What
conversation,
do I
didn't
gain?
you say that men like virgins and they prefer
Men like
sexual purity?
purer women, but I think most men would probably
Just
not.
Ardu donated $100. This chick is ridiculous. An emotional gaslit lying argument to a straightforward question.
And I'd
I
prefer
already
people to
said,
be honest.
I already said that I've had. So if they sent you videos of me having, then yeah, that's me.
It was carnal knowledge. Carnal
Okay,
knowledge.
because yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
Speaking of carnal knowledge, chat, what do you think about the term strumpet?
Strumpet. What's
What
that?
does that mean?
What is that? A trumpet?
Strumpet. So Nick, can you Google strumpet and pull it up on the screen? So
Strumpet.
I should start using strumpet. I think instead of 304, we start using strumpet. Because I feel
I
like
actually like that better.
strumpet isn't like that offensive. Like to call something a strumpet. Wait.
I know, crumpet.
Bigger?
Yeah.
Bigger?
Stupid crumpet. Which is like some
woman-
like stuffy
Bigger.
way
Oh,
of saying
yeah,
you're
strumpet.
A woman who has not that big. That's what she said. Archaic, a female scrolled, and then also
Oh.
dated. It's dated, humorous. A woman who has many casual sexual encounters or relationships. So I think we got to start calling
I'm a
women
strumpet.
Strumpet got destroyed by Andrew Wilson on the Whatever podcast.
I still want to talk.
Michael Knowles annihilates strumpets.
I like that.
Would you,
That's-
Molly,
that's
if I
funny,
called
that's
you a
cute.
strumpet?
Only the queen of strumpets, though.
Wait, Molly, if I called you a strumpet, would that be kind of endearing? Right? It's kind of an endearing
Yeah,
term.
but only because it's you.
Molly, you're
if you call me a strumpet.
you're my favorite strumpet.
Strumpet.
Molly's my favorite strumpet. Followed by Cindy's. She was late. Okay, wait. So what about my age? What were you trying to say?
I just thought that you were older.
Okay. But so you just saying that to just try to piss me off or like get me upset? Was that your goal? I'm not
never
upset.
talked to someone
But
with
I
the
see-
goal
I
of
see right
pissing
through
them
you.
off or making them
You
upset.
just said you came here to argue.
I did. I said I came here and people started arguing with me. I did not come here. I did not wake up today
It's
in the
like
morning.
me
Like I
wanting
cannot
tape.
wait
Did she
to go on the.
notice?
Yeah.
I cannot
Those words
wait.
came out
I feel like
for
she's
sure.
like.
No, I did not wake up today in the morning saying I can't wait to go on the whatever podcast and just argue with everybody. Do you think that's what I want to do? I was
what you
sitting here
said.
chilling. If anything, my main goal of coming on here was talking about my goal of my 3 husbands.
That's beautiful.
And that's it.
I'm
That's
happy for
really
you.
what I want to put out there, and
I'm
what I
happy
want
for
people to
you.
hear from me. I want my 3 husbands, and that's it. I didn't come on here for you to talk about if I had sex, or if this, or if that, or when my got done. Like, I came on here to talk about my 3 husbands, and that's all.
That's beautiful. You know, I'm pretty unfazed at this moment, but I want to open it up to the panel and to the chat. You know, the chat, they're begging me to kick you off the show.
Isn't it ending already anyways? I'm
They're-
ready
they're
to leave
begging me.
anyway, so.
They're begging me. They're begging me to
I
kick
will
you
leave.
off. So I'm asking the chat. Oh, she's just getting up. Okay.
It's like 12 a.m. and you guys, I'm ready to go anyways. I don't know about y'all, but it's been a long ass day.
Wait, do you want to just?
Kind of like.
No, because I'm not gonna give him the power to kick me off.
Oh,
I'm not gonna give him the power to kick me off.
I think the chat is doing.
wait. You can see her reflection here.
I need to
Just
go
keep
out of
it.
my teeter so much.
It's like I'm not. You can't break up with me. I'm breaking up with you.
You can't fire me.
You-
I quit.
you can't fire me. I
on your
quit.
podcast anyway.
Rage quit.
Jeez.
Rage quit. This.
Wild.
Losing track of time thing.
It's because I said I wanted to leave.
Okay.
Yeah, what was that about?
First. Dissociation.
Oh, you think so?
Bye, babe. Love you. All right.
Yeah.
Whew, that was interesting. So was that a rage quit, or what do we categorize that as?
I don't know. I think she just came here to be dishonest.
crazy strumpet.
All right,
Hey,
let me read
don't
these
throw
chats,
a
and
tantrum.
Molly, can you read this one?
Wait, Brian.
Yeah.
Me and Avery kind of have to go.
We're gonna wrap up soon, so just hang tight, okay?
I was gonna say that too.
Yeah, me too.
Hang tight, guys. Hang
I was gonna
tight.
go by
We're
11.
trying to get
Our
through
bodyguard's
this.
like waiting for us.
Just wait. Just wait.
There he is.
Seeing an escort?
Yeah,
You're
because
what?
he likes to like throw in my
You're
face
what?
like
Our bodyguard.
You guys have a bodyguard?
Yeah.
Is it actually your bodyguard?
How many followers do you guys
pay
have?
him?
Like 20. No, I'm kidding. We
We
I don't
just made new accounts.
Yeah, we made new
so-
accounts.
Oh, okay. Well,
What?
well, if you guys,
How much does
I'd
he-
encourage
how
you
much
to
you
just
pay
stay
him?
for
Where
the
is
last 10, 15 minutes of the show. Okay, guys, we're
I say aggravated sexually because it is very like, I don't know, it feels primal, and maybe that comes from past trauma as well. So I like feel that way a lot of times when it's very sex forward instead of relationship forward. But yeah, that's been my experience, especially after COVID, and from other women that I know as well who say they do like to go out and party or they like to hang out with friends. A lot of women, and this is coming from LA specifically just because that's where I'm living, won't even go out anymore. And the parties or underground raves or wherever you go, a lot of time the rule is women are free.
Look,
and
if
all
you
of
guys
that.
want to fucking leave, then just get out. Go ahead. You guys can leave. Go. I don't need you guys making little fucking faces at each other the past hour. If you guys want to leave, it's totally fine. Just fucking go. She's had no time to talk. We've given you guys so much fucking attention the entire show. At least be respectful for the last 5 minutes while she's saying her piece. If you need to really fucking leave, your little fucking security guard needs to take you back to fucking LA. Kindly go. Go ahead.
Thank
Out you
Thank
go.
you for having us.
You can go too. Out you go. Go ahead.
What'd I do?
You were making faces at her.
I
She's
just
trying to
smiled.
tell her story. I told you guys, we have 5 minutes left of the show. You
I
can't
just
just
have to leave.
be polite and listen to her without, oh my God, I can't believe we have another 5 minutes. Go ahead.
I know, I'm trying to rush through.
I'm sorry, I
This
just
is
have to
probably
leave. It's
shaking.
already 11. That's
But
all.
I feel like also this is a long topic. Maybe it's for another episode for other people to talk about. But I feel like in LA specifically with the parties and stuff like
God
that,
damn,
dating
bro.
has been very like women are free for it to try and get women to come in.
Huh?
And a lot of my
What?
women friends don't even want to go
What?
out because there's been so much.
I don't know. Are they gone? Yeah, basically. Okay, what's
I'm
their
in-
fucking film? Go
like-
ahead, just let them go.
It's okay. No, it's okay. I think I got my point across. I feel like people who know what I'm talking about and feel what I'm talking about, and I feel like again that also is very influenced by this new bimbo culture.
What do you guys call that? Castling? What is it called?
No, I don't call it. I call that a
Frank
Sparta
Castle.
kick.
Oh, Sparta.
I call that a Sparta kick.
Sparta kick. I've been trying not to rage quit.
No, look. I
Every
mean,
time I leave early, it's considered a
I
rage
gave
quit.
those two there so many passes because like they were doing the little eye looks to each other that starting like 2-3 hours into the fucking show. I should have checked it earlier, but it finally just got to the point. Then she started coming in, and it's like, look, you guys haven't had much opportunity to speak during the show. I was trying to give you a couple minutes here at the end of the show. I was literally about to end the show within 5 minutes, but they just had to keep making their little fucking eyes to each other. It's just like fucking annoying. And it's like, look, I know these podcasts go long, but I'll just say, those two girls, that girl there reached out to us to come be on the show. They requested to be on the show. And it's like, I know we have long podcasts. You've done your research. You know that we go long. And actually tonight,
This is early.
This was going to be a relatively, if I wrapped up the show now, which I would have after that, 5.5 hours I think we're at. That's compared at 5:50. That's a pretty short comparatively. We sometimes we'll go 7.5.
The last time we were here, it was
That was
7.5. It was
fucking
so
long.
long.
We left at like 12:35.
So
it was like 1. Yeah.
Was it 1?
Yeah, it was like 1 in the morning.
Most of the ones I've been on
It was-
have been
it was
like
late.
7
Yeah.
hours.
We got pizza.
It's like, look,
Did I
it's
get
already.
We did get
I
pizza,
got
and we
pizza.
drank champagne.
We did drink some.
I mean, it's like, it's 11 p.m. on a Tuesday. What else you got
Taco
fucking going
Tuesday.
on? Like, give it another 5 minutes. Let these girls talk, and I'm gonna wrap up the show. But like, it's rude to be in my face, fucking eyeing each other, doing that eye shit that girls do.
I know that shit makes me so nervous.
It's not rude to you, really. It's rude to her because she was speaking.
Exactly.
Well, it was rude to her.
Yeah. It's rude to everybody here.
But they were doing it the whole show too. So like, some people are going to try to paint it like just out of the blue, like they did one little thing, and I fucking
exploded.
I snapped.
Yeah.
No, bro, they were doing that the whole night. It was fucking annoying, and I just fucking gave them passes and shit. I probably should have checked it, but whatever. Also, it's just like, yo, it's an opportunity to come be on the show. You can see, like, oh, people want to whine. Oh, I've got to sit there for a long time and have a conversation. It's like, bro, there's men who are fucking doing dangerous, dirty jobs day in, day out, fucking 9, 10 hours. Hold on. That are doing actually hard work, and you want to complain, oh, the show, I'm sitting in a penthouse apartment. It's so hard. Fucking sack up. These people are fucking entitled. They've never done a hard day of work in their fucking life, and it's like, sack up.
They're young.
Thank you for giving me this
same
logo. I
age as
actually really
them.
do appreciate it. I had a lot of people DM me after the last show and were like, why didn't you talk much? Why weren't you jumping in and blah, blah, blah. But there was a lot going on last show. And I feel like I don't like cutting people off, which is why I usually just sit and observe what's going on. But I do really appreciate that. Thank you.
Hold on, this guy, somebody in the chat is just saying, race to Jesus. It's not an opportunity to be on your show, and they don't get paid. Well, hold on. Let me ask you a question, sir. So I'm not making a comparison that I'm on this level, but if, for example, Joe Rogan, I'm not comparing myself to Joe Rogan, but just to articulate a point, if Joe Rogan invited me on his podcast, would that not be an opportunity? Would I request no, Joe Rogan, you have to pay me $500 to go on your podcast because I don't receive any promotional or exposure benefit from being on your podcast. I'm not arguing that I'm on that level. I'm absolutely not. But there's scales to this shit.
That doesn't even matter. They do. So you have your chat. Sorry, chat is full of simps. They probably got a good amount of subscribers just from tonight. That's money in their pockets.
That and the exposure enough, even like with the fashion line I'm starting, and I do things on the side like tooth gems, nails, hair, all of that. I've been able to get clientele and more, status? Yeah, something like that. Just from this podcast, the last time I was on, and I barely said a word.
Even that
like,
Allie
that
girl?
kind of exposure.
You got some
what's her name?
followers?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Allie was popular on TikTok before she came on here, but now she's hanging out with what's his name? Huh?
She got a new
She
car.
got a
Yeah, she's a pink
She
range.
got she got a range.
Chanel, Louis, hanging out with not Adam 22. What's
Dude.
the other one? Aaron or something?
A lot of, look, not every girl that comes on the show ends up blowing up, but like a lot of girls who've come on the show have had like opportunities from coming on. So like you made a Allie, you're right, I shouldn't say it. Allie, hold on. Yeah, she had, like you said, some following before
Aiden
she came
Ross,
on the show.
that's his name.
Yeah, she's going on Aiden Ross, and the Nelk whatever bought her a pink truck, or what was
Pink
it?
Range Rover.
What is? How much money is that?
A pink Range Rover?
Probably 100.
Yeah. What do you
Almost,
mean?
almost 6 figures.
It's customized.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that shit is
baseline, like 90, 100K.
And it wasn't an old one.
Look, I stand to benefit too
anybody
from
wants
people
to
coming
give
on the
me-
show.
I'm kidding.
I stand to benefit too from people coming on the show. I wouldn't have a show if it wasn't for people willing to come on. I'm not saying that, I'm giving everything and I'm not getting anything. No, of course. But it's like
mutually beneficial.
It would also be different if you were inviting us to come on rather than most of the time. From like what I've heard and what I know, that we all come to you to be on.
Well,
and I feel like that's kind of makes it a little different too. Well, no,
I
that's
didn't-
what I'm
I didn't
saying.
either.
we do both.
Not in every case, but I'm saying
we do both.
a lot
So
of the time.
we do both. A lot of
Yeah.
people reach out to us, but we also do reach out too.
Yeah.
So it's mixed. In those two girls' cases, and the three that I kicked off the show, they reached out to us to be on the show.
I feel like the ones
So-
that complain usually reach out to you.
Wait, so
Which
did you
is so
reach out
crazy.
to Raccoon Girl?
No, she reached out.
Because we
You asked to be on the podcast. You know what? Get the out. Get out. Get out.
I want to
I wanna hear from
know
her.
what you bring. I'm not saying this as like being rude, but what do you bring to a relationship?
Love and care and everything a husband needs.
What is everything a husband
my
needs?
first relationship was beautiful. It was a friendship. We told each other everything. Like, that's exactly what I want.
Did you allow him to lead you?
No. We were together, a team. That's what I want.
Wait, was this the one where
Why
you
did
guys
it
never
end?
had sex?
Yes.
Okay.
But why did
You're
this
gonna
one
go
end?
on Team Cat Lady.
Hang on. So you're in a relationship. You're not. Just
Team
remind me.
kitty
You weren't
cat.
having sex because you wanted to stay a virgin, or you just
Well, at
weren't
the time
sexually
I was
attracted
very
to him.
religious. At the time I was very religious, so I did at first want to just be a virgin. Then I lost my virginity, and then not my virginity, sorry, my religion. And then I didn't necessarily want to do anything with him because I just wasn't attracted. But when we first started, it was on the basis that it wasn't going to go anywhere. And I also met him online, and we had our relationship entirely online for the first year.
J-date?
Okay. I feel like I want to give you a piece of loving advice. I would love to see you in a relationship where you bite your tongue like half the time and just allow him
Please.
to lead you.
Let's go.
Okay, I didn't need
I can
that in
get
my first
behind that.
relationship, so I'd rather find somebody who respects
What else
me.
should she do? Okay, this is good. What else should she do?
I do. I mean, I feel like bite your tongue, submit a little bit to a man.
Respectfully disagree.
And I feel like don't have such high standards on a guy.
That I might
especially
agree
when
with
you
you
don't. I
on.
mean, you don't have a ton to bring to the table either.
I might agree with you on that, but not on the ton to bring to the table, because as long as you bring love and respect, that's really...
That's it.
I know, but I feel like you're not loving and respecting him if you're not allowing him to lead you. If you respect him and you love him and you trust him, then you trust him to lead your family and lead your
If both
decisions.
people respect each other, they'd be working as a team. Nobody would be a leader.
No. You have roles in the
Teams
house.
have
I
leaders.
cook, I clean, I take care of my
Teams
children.
literally have leaders. Yes, you still. When two consciousnesses,
I'm the boss.
When two consciousnesses come into contact, they always try to dominate
Okay, I
each other.
disagree.
That's the way
keep
it
going.
works.
I don't think that's true.
You, I
You're
think,
cooking.
don't think
Keep
every
going.
you have
Cook
two
her.
different roles.
Cook
You
her
have
up.
two different roles.
Cook her up.
Girl,
Cook
we
her
have
up.
listened to
Wait,
you
listen
all
to her,
night.
listen to her.
We have listened to you all night.
Yeah.
I need you to listen
I'm
here.
listening.
Listen up.
For
You
real.
have my ear.
Listen up.
I just feel like there are two roles in a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Someone is going to stay home with the children and cook and clean and be barefoot in the kitchen. And I know that's hard to hear.
Why
And
is
while
it hard
you're
to
doing
hear? That's
that,
what
your
I wanna
man is
do.
taking care, he is providing, he is making the money. But you have to trust him. You have to allow him to lead. You have to give him sex, not just blowjays. You have to engage in a relationship.
And I would have to be attracted to somebody to do that.
That was cute.
I mean,
I like that.
No, the blowjay.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
I
Keep going.
hear what you're saying, but
She's cooking.
I fundamentally disagree with you.
how so? Just tell me.
Tell her.
I think that there doesn't need to be one person leading the relationship. I think it's best if they're both equals. That's it.
Okay,
If it's friendship
you own a
with the
business.
added,
You own a business.
In that
Who's the
empty
owner
spot,
of the
right?
business?
I don't think a business and a relationship are comparable. I'm sorry.
They're absolutely comparable.
I disagree with you on that.
Someone has to lead
But I
the
mean, in
household,
business,
otherwise
it's a bad
it just
example
falls
because you can have a
apart.
partnership in a business. So.
What'd
Exactly.
you say? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I feel
You
like
were about
someone
to
has
ask.
to
They're not
lead
the
in
same.
any situation.
Sorry, so you were about to ask, about the business, who is leading in the business. So between you and Lindsay, I think that's her name, right? Who's the leader? In
I
that?
lead all of our social media. She doesn't touch it at all. She handles all of our finances,
Sounds
all of
like
our
so you
business.
both
I don't
lead
touch
at a
it.
certain area.
Absolutely, we both lead in
Sounds
certain
like
areas.
a team effort.
Is it a partnership?
It's a partnership.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like Lindsay
So who has
owns
the final
business.
say? Let's say let's say Lindsay wants to sell the business. Can she sell it without you?
No, we have a contract. It has to
Okay,
be.
so you have to agree.
Correct.
You guys both have to agree. Interesting.
Correct.
I can fix her. I feel like you're gonna meet.
But you don't run your relationship like you do a business. That's not what you want, right?
No,
But
and
she
that
just
was
compared it together. So
Yeah, okay, I
Yeah,
get you.
that's
I get
her
you. That
fault.
was a wrong example. That I shouldn't have used that one. I guess I feel like for some reason something has happened in your life. Maybe you need therapy. He doesn't think you need therapy. But something has happened that like somebody wrecked you because the way that you view men is so sad.
I am friends with men.
I know you're friends, babe. I know you're friends
You're
with men, but
acting
you
like
gotta
I
get
hate
to
all
another
men.
level. Like,
I do not hate all men at all. I know that there are a lot of good men out there. I think the ones.
but they're not coming for you. The good men aren't coming for you. And so I want you to, in the most loving way, I want you to look at
Whoa.
yourself and be like, why are the good men not coming for me?
Yeah, right? Like, what the hell?
Girl, you ran your mouth all night. You ran your mouth all freaking night. We
freaking
all
night.
sat here.
We all
We
sat
listened to
here.
you, and we respected you. But I'm telling you right now.
I literally sit in my apartment and I work.
Done.
Okay.
Why are you not
I
dating
think-
any of the guy
they're
friends
all-
that
they're-
you have?
They're turning on you.
I might.
You're what?
We sat here for 5-6 hours and listened to her.
What was the reason?
I could.
Yeah, it has.
Where's the popcorn?
I have to drive home. What the fuck?
Yeah, I also have to drive home.
Got through anything.
So, what?
Yep. You grab the popcorn. Everyone's walking out.
I want popcorn. Pass it.
Hold on. I just don't understand why someone who is single is sitting here talking mostly for 6 hours about relationships
You're
to
right.
women
I
who are
should
happily
take
married.
an exit.
Like, if you're talking about the authority on relationships, wouldn't you ask the people in the room that are happily married?
Facts.
Wait, hold on. We need to get through your dating profile. Just
But you guys don't want to have
Okay,
sex
then-
Wait.
before marriage, and that's
Let's
what
go
we're
back to
talking
that.
about.
guys,
Sex.
you bullied her. You guys bullied
We
her.
bullied her.
We bullied her.
You guys bullied.
Hang on. You stuck up and said that's not bullying. Was that bullying?
No, I'm
Well, I
kidding.
don't know.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Now you want me to
No,
have
I
your guys' back? Where were you guys earlier for me? Nowhere.
You were
Listen,
You were
I
good.
liked everything you were saying. I'm being a bit facetious
just being
here.
jerks.
I'm just being facetious. Wait, what?
Yeah, she went.
Wait.
Go chase her. Go chase
No, don't chase her, please. No, no, no,
Juice.
no.
Get that. Get her.
No.
Get her some applesauce and a blanket. Get her an applesauce.
I've heard all I need to hear.
Okay, if
No,
we're
wait,
doing
hold
an
on, we
app
didn't even get
review,
through-
I'm
Shit, bro, we
literally
didn't-
leaving.
we didn't
I'm
get
not even
through-
just sit
You
here.
can
I
have
really
time
don't.
with your conservative
Some-
women, and I'm gonna leave.
I'm gonna go.
Wait, why?
Yeah, no,
why you
we're
guys
free
leave?
for
Wait, you guys. Wait, hold on. Sit down. Why are you guys leaving? She already left. The annoying girl
Okay,
left.
but if she comes back, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, she's gone.
Okay, because
Yeah,
it's
take it.
not
Sit
the
down.
feminist podcast.
Sit down. Listen to the patriarchy.
We just started throwing a fit, and he's like, look at him whining after 7 hours.
What's on purpose?
I'm just frustrated that you want her back one. That's the
We didn't finish her notes.
Well, we are not going to.
Bro, this is not your fucking show. This is not your fucking show. Deal with it. Fucking deal with it.
Okay, then it's okay if we leave, correct? That's what you're saying then.
Yeah, but you're.
That's what you're saying then after that comment.
She's
That's what I'm
gone
saying.
though. So what's the fucking issue?
I'm just saying that you wanted her back. That's what I said.
To finish the dating app segment, you didn't even finish.
We need some food. I think everybody's cranky. We need food.
Pizza.
Pizza, yes. Everybody's just hungry.
How long are we going to do the podcast for?
Bro, I don't know. I think
let's
it's a
move on to
demo
the next
thing. I
person. Move on to the next
genuinely- Yo, kindly sit down. Sit down.
Kindly.
Yes, kindly.
The first time. This whole time.
Yo, are you gonna sit back down?
Not for the last 12 years.
Because we
You asked to be on the fucking podcast. You know what? Get the fuck out. Get out. Get out. Just get out kindly. Just leave.
I was
You guys get the fuck out.
when I talked to you.
Get the fuck out. You guys can stay. You can fucking leave. You got an attitude. Out you go. They can't get them the fuck out. They can't linger back there. Out the fucking door they go.
It is crazy how you would
Get
talk
the
to
fuck.
a woman
Hey,
for the record.
your permission to be here has been revoked. Kindly leave. Just leave. Out you go.
It was very nice to meet you too.
Yo, you need to fucking leave. Get the fuck out. Yeah, but don't. Yeah, you said you want to fucking leave, so you don't need to like stay here. Just get the fuck
I
out.
told you what the problem was. That's
Yeah,
all.
cool, cool. Out you go. Hey, they can't be in the fucking bathroom. Get them the fuck out. Out they go.
Did you just look at the camera and smile? Like a news anchor?
I did. Welcome to whatever podcast. Where it just went down.
Sit in that seat, Madison. Sit in that seat.
Do you want me to move next to Lindsay or stay here?
Don't look him in the eyes.
It's going to be a bit of readjustment, I think, here.
Hi, Madison. Are you a feminist, yes or no? Absolutely. Oh, God.
She's kidding.
Okay.
She's kidding.
I want to
I'm
know
like,
how
can I
long
give
it takes
her
Madison
that
to work
thing
on
right
her
there?
body because she looks amazing.
Thank you.
Yes.
Sorry, I
Girl,
didn't.
you
I
have,
was
like,
not listening to
goals.
everything you say. Thank you.
Is it wine 30 yet?
It is it's popcorn.
Bro, this
Some
girl's
kind of
like,
food.
we're just gonna leave, and then I'm like, fine, fucking leave, and then they want to fucking linger, and oh, let me just say goodbye to her and make it a big
They
fucking
grabbed
scene.
a Gatorade.
It's like,
I'm going to the bathroom. I was like,
nah, you're not. You're out the fucking door.
It's
Go
called
pee your pants back to
gaslighting.
fucking dog shit Arizona or wherever the fuck you're
They're
going.
trying to gaslight you into telling them that they should stay. Basically.
I'm not leaving. I'm just getting
That's
water.
fine. That's fine. Get the fuck
We have
out.
seltzers in the fridge. Oh, Lindsay.
Bro, like some people in the
Stop
people in the
lingering.
chat,
Go.
some people in the chat are like thinking I overreacted. Bro, these girls were so problematic the entire damn night. From the very get-go, I managed to cool shit down at the beginning. It was very contentious, but she's trying to like fucking backseat. I don't know if there's a like backseat podcast. The fucking show. Can we move it along? I'm gonna fucking leave if you don't. Like, bro. And you know what's funny? This other girl who was making this girl here, the fucking lost her virginity at 15, fucked a dude, lost her virginity after meeting a dude 30 minutes in, right? I'm asking her questions, and she's like, "Well, I don't want to talk about that." Well, whenever somebody tells me I don't really want to share, I'm inclined to no longer include you in the conversation. So these people who fly, "Oh, I'm not part of the conversation," I gave you an opportunity, and then you're like, "Well, I don't want to talk." Okay. Maybe it's passive aggressive. I'm not gonna fucking talk to you then.
Well, hang
God
on. I feel
damn.
like before we started this podcast, you specifically said, or whoever was sitting there before you was like,
it was Nick.
do not share, and then afterwards tell me everything.
Right,
So
we
I
said
will
that.
say you did tell us to share when people weren't sharing.
You also asked for juicy stories, so juicy stories were provided. So that when you're asked about the juicy stories, it's kind of like, please
be
expand
fair,
on the juicy
also,
stories.
Didn't all of them
but I will
request to be
say,
on?
I
All
will
of them?
say
They requested to be on.
I will say this
Oh,
though,
we
they did threaten to leave these ones. Just saying.
What do you mean threaten to leave?
Who?
Yeah,
oh,
didn't
me.
you
Yeah,
guys?
I said it was.
Yes,
because
that's true.
I will say this girl was going on, and I apologize.
Yeah.
This girl, I feel like all night we've been talking about her, and then she goes and sits on the deck, and then she's gonna throw up over
Yeah, she's
here.
high
and, like,
maintenance. She's high maintenance. You're right. She was.
She asked me
Oh,
for weed.
I'm sure the
What?
comments are crazy for her.
Are we being kicked out now? Because we threatened to.
no, I'm not gonna kick you guys out. I'm not gonna kick. Although I do think.
She asked you for weed too.
What did you say?
I do think that if anybody, like, you did kind of prompt them a little bit when you said, "Oh, I think we're gonna leave." Like, then you plant a seed in their head, like, "Oh, that's an option. Okay, let me use this as leverage so I can ensure the conversation goes my way." If I want to fucking sit here and I try my best to include everybody, but sometimes some people are more interesting than others. Sometimes people are more adversarial than others. If I'm going to focus on somebody, then I'm going to focus on somebody. That's how it's going to be.
I don't, you know what I would say though? I don't even think it was that you were. She was like not interesting, at least in my mind. So I'm like, why is he
She
focusing
made the
on
same
her?
argument over and over again, and then when you'd come back full circle, she would still be like, "I just think he should pay for the first date." I'm like, we just spent an hour establishing that is not true. That you would want him to instigate for 6 months of the relationship.
How are you the most likable woman who's been
I know.
here?
Because she's
all night?
quiet.
She's
How?
like-
a quiet woman.
How are
super
you?
chill.
She's a
Super
12.
chill.
Because she's a 12.
Because she's a 12.
Because she's quiet.
She's super chill. Although you gotta be careful with the super chill ones. Like, they're chill at first, but then the crazies, like,
yeah.
down the road, bro.
She's gonna rip. She's gonna rip those ears
All
off
right,
and just go
out,
nuts.
out of the description they go.
Well, you guys are the only
Um,
people that get pizza, so.
Look, those girls asked to be on the show. It's crazy. They drove from fucking Arizona to be here.
When they're driving back tonight.
I don't know why they wouldn't just get a hotel. Like,
Right?
that's fucking crazy.
They probably will now, all together,
I'm hoping.
and talk about us.
Oh yeah, they're talking.
Yeah, started with adult.
They'll probably watch on their way home.
Yeah. So I'm not going to say
On their way
anything.
home.
I probably should have
Well, now
kicked that girl off. The thing is,
I thought you
they
were.
were all friends. I was so close to fucking kicking her off the show at the beginning, but I was like, they're friends. Like, if I kick her off, I got to kick them off, and they were mostly. This one over here was a little. This one was mostly pleasant. The one next to
I don't think they're friends, though. I don't think they know each other, do
No,
they?
the three.
These two work together.
Oh,
and
they
these-
did.
They all came together. They all came together,
Yeah.
right?
Oh.
So, good times, guys.
Interesting.
Good times. Oh,
Well, now what are we gonna do? No
Gustavo.
feminist.
Maddie, you take that seat, and then we're gonna put Gustavo between the two married.
Ooh, who's Gustav? Does he look like?
He's right there. That's
married to each other. Hey, bring your helmet.
You want me to sit?
Actually, you were cooking.
Oh, thank
Actually,
you.
I think you
so
put.
angry.
That's why she left. She
When
was
you
like,
finally got to talk, it was like you just ran with it.
I know I did.
Reality hit.
Dominated.
Mama got angry.
Well, she was getting to be pretty frustrating. It's like you have no authority to speak because you have a bunch of guy friends. Well, why do you think none of them want to date you? And then she got so offended when you said none of the good guys are coming from you. She's like, well, that was uncalled
ladies,
for.
I'm thinking-
ladies, keep your hands to yourselves next to Gustavo.
Gustav, one wrong move.
Oh no,
I'll
he's
make a soldier out of you.
He's very, look, the nature of these podcasts is we have big panels. It can be hard to really get because only one person can speak at a time, and then if you want to have back and forths, then other people are going to be excluded. It is difficult to like perfectly ensure that everybody gets the exact equal amount of talking time. It's very difficult. Some people are more conversationally dominant. So, did I lose my shit a little bit?
No.
A little bit.
A little bit.
It was
I was
kinda
about to lose my
interesting.
shit.
You're about to lose your shit.
Yeah, but I'm not as like
Maddie, actually,
They
As
derailed
soon-
this one.
I'm not as
These two
protective.
Does she
derailed the show
lose
the whole
hers?
night.
Because you don't look like you lose
That's true.
anything.
They
You look like
fucked
you're
it all
so
up.
I'm pretty
composed.
calm.
Fucked it all up.
Yeah.
Like in my
I was
head,
about to hide under the
battle
table.
demons. But
Just like in an emergency, I was going to go hide under the table and Kendall
Wait,
go stay in your seat.
this girl and this girl? Yeah.
What
Yeah,
about
they were
them?
massive derailing agents.
Oh.
Yeah. I was like, here's the thing, and perhaps the chat
I
can
mean,
weigh
the
in.
commie was at least engaging, but those two were.
Oh yeah, we didn't get to. Oh man, we didn't get to get into.
Should we
Well,
finish your dating app review for her?
Actually, yeah, we'll do it. And the chat gets to decide if you swipe yes or you reject the shit out of her. Before we do that, though, one of the things I think about with these kick out situations, I was prepared to kick her out for sure. But the thing is, part of me is like, well, did I just farm them and then kick them?
What do you mean?
Like farm them.
Like
Get the
go in on
content.
them?
Like
Get
get
all
the
the stuff out
content
of
because
them.
like
You did.
because it's like, well,
Yeah.
okay, I could just kick her or I could farm then kick. Although sometimes I farm and then like cooler heads prevail. Like
She was just
things
like
calm down.
seething rage all night.
She tended to calm down, but she started her like sidewalk appearance very combative. She was ready for war
Oh,
before
she came in hot. She came in hot, like really
She
intense.
was offended by every word out of your mouth, or your mouth.
Mostly Andrew. Although she was coming at me, I was catching strays here. I was fucking catching strays. Let's do the dating app review.
Hang on. I'm sorry to cut in, but I don't actually understand. Now I don't know your name, the gal who's sitting from my perspective would be to the right side of the table, second one over, who has been kind of verbally sparring with everyone tonight. What'd you say your name was?
That's you.
Yeah.
Oh, Paloma.
Paloma. Okay. I don't understand why when Brian said just please answer the question, you went like, look at this shit. Look at this. Look, what's going on here? Right? What the fuck? What's going? I don't actually understand that. Think of it from his perspective. He's going around the table and he wants to get everybody's actual answer. If somebody goes on a diatribe right then, how could he get everybody included in the conversation?
I really don't care about answering your stupid questions anymore, both of you guys, so I'm actually going to go. But you guys have a
Well,
great night.
Do you want to at least let me ask you just a few more questions if you don't mind?
I mind. What are the questions?
So it's a rage quit?
Hold
I
on.
don't care. Rage
It's
quit.
okay. Let me ask her a couple
It's not
questions.
a rage quit.
It's a rage quit.
Okay, whatever you want to word
What
it.
did I say that was so offensive to you?
It's nothing you said. I just like really don't have the energy to keep going back and forth with you because you want a specific answer and I'm not going to give it and you're going to keep prying and prying until you get that answer and I'm
So
not
you're
going to
just
give it to you.
intellectually dishonest?
I just don't feel like arguing with you anymore. Like plain and simple. You're not somebody I'm obligated to argue with.
No, I agree. You're not. If you want to rage quit, it's totally up to you.
Rage quit, whatever you want to word it. I don't really give a I'm leaving.
So I'll ask you the
I think this
I'll
is
ask you
stupid.
I'll ask you the question. So you do believe in the patriarchy, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think that women are oppressed?
Yes.
In the United States?
Yes.
And who are men the oppressors?
Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
So, well, I'm asking you some more questions. So,
I'm gonna leave.
okay, that is a rage quit. Okay.
This is Sparta! Peace out, you too, homie.
Hmm?
Wait, I don't remember